Hi, my name is Jalen.
I try to make my way inside pretty quickly because the parking lot does get hectic. Walking through the hallways really isn't that bad if you know where you're going, so don't panic about trying to navigate through the hallways because it really isn't that bad. I'll walk into class around, I think, 9 o'clock, and then I'm ready for class at 9 o'clock. So at McNeil, we have A days and B days. So A day you have 4 classes, B days you have 4 classes. This makes homework actually a lot easier to do, especially since you have A and B days every other day. Because in middle school you have 8 classes in one day, and with high school you only have 4. Instead of doing homework all in one night, you can maybe do homework maybe the next night or that night just to get it knocked out of the way. Sometimes when I need to do homework and I don't really have that much time after school, I'll go to the library and I'll do homework on the computer, whether it just be me doing pre-cal or I go to the library just to do club projects because I am the president of the Black Student Union here at McNeil. So I go to the library and work on a couple of things for the meetings and stuff. And my homework load isn't too crazy because I either get it knocked out during flex or after school or before school sometimes. That way I don't really have to do too much on the weekends or do too much during the week. As long as you can stay on top of being organized for the whole year, getting classwork done and getting your homework done, it's going to be really easy and it'll show in your grades. So I've been in band since 5th grade. I moved around a lot, so the only thing I guess that stuck with me is being a trumpet player. So this is my final year here at McNeil, and I've just loved being part of the band program, and I've enjoyed the fall season with marching season, going to all the football games and competing and stuff, and concert season's been really nice. Really incredible experience to be in the band program here. And that's the day in the life of a high schooler. Bye.
Hi, my name is Cooper. In the morning, I get to school, I start walking inside, I pretty much go straight to class. I'll see friends like on the way. It's like, hey. And then I'll just go to class. You figure your way around in less than a week, so you get used to that. So A days you have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. B days you have 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And every other day you're gonna have the same classes, so it switches back and forth. It's not very hard to find your way around A days and B days, unless you have like a break and then you're like, what day was it? But that's how those work. So, as a senior, you get the privilege of going off campus. Whenever your lunch period is, you have A and B and C lunch. Your teacher assigns that to you first day, so don't worry about trying to figure it out. I like going off campus a lot more than being in the cafeteria, mainly because there's so many people in the cafeteria. It's very crowded and loud, and you can't hear your friends. So I'm glad that I'm a senior and I finally get to go off campus. Like, party. I either go to like Wendy's or McDonald's, and today I went to Wendy's because felt a little bougie today. I do color guard my 4th period, and that's where we spin flags and dance and sabers and rifles and all the fun stuff. And then I have automotive my other last period, and that's just where all the guys get together, start fixing the cars. It's a real good class. It's a fun time. So as I mentioned before, I am in color guard. So that means I'd have to get good at like time management since I'm at school from 9 in the morning till 9 at night every other day with color guard on Mondays and Wednesdays because that's when we have practice. I have to find other times to do homework, as in I do it while I'm in class. I'd like to finish it up, and if not, I'll do it on Tuesday or Thursday. And if it's a big project, we usually do it on the weekends. But that's how I manage my time. And then I skied out of school.